That have told me that women lie about their age on dating apps, they'll pretend to be younger because guess what? Age does matter and they want to match with as many people as possible.
Women get upset with men because men lie about their height. They get height fished, right? But women are a little bit hypocritical because they lie about their age.
These who are over 40, I actually suggest that you lie about your age on the apps.
How do you get a date in your 60s? My top suggestion would be that you lie.
When I put down my real age on the dating site, no one would communicate with me.
These who are over 40, I actually suggest that you lie about your age on the apps and get under the 40 threshold, because a lot of dumb men, ageist men, will filter you out without really giving it a second thought. But this way you can prevent yourself from getting filtered out. And what I do is I always tell the truth. I don't always tell the truth. If I think on the first date that I'm going to want to see the guy again, I do tell him the truth. If I think it's going nowhere, then there's no point because there won't be a second date. But when I have told the truth, you'd be shocked at the number of men who really don't care and actually like appreciate that you did that, because otherwise they wouldn't have seen you on the dating app. And so I 100% always get a second date. Then you don't have to worry about it ever again. And when they book a flight for you, you know, they know your birthday. But to the men watching this, do you care if a woman lies about her age by a year or two and she tells you the truth on the first date? I want to hear your thoughts.
Now, a year or two depends, because if a man is filtering out over 40 and you say you're 38 and he's around 40, he'll only care if he's looking for something younger, right? Some men won't be hearing it. Now, she's saying it's okay for content, right? So you ladies will see it all over the internet and go, okay, I'm going to do that. But what is that doing? She's creating a bunch of liars. And she's not the only one doing this. Ladies are making careers off of doing this.
That he did not want a second date when he found out that you actually lied about your age.
Well, I was feeling so guilty, but then it was like he accepted me, and because I wanted to get that off my chest right away. You know, I don't like carrying a lie around, even if it was a white lie.
How many years did you shave off?
10.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a white lie, I don't think. Like, 2 years is a white lie.
Yeah, 2 years is a white lie. 10 years is like...
10 years is a lot, you know? That's
lie.
like from 40 to 50, you know? 60 to 70, you know? It's a lot.
I think that's wrong. You shouldn't start something with lies. Absolutely not.
I think you should be proud of your age. You seriously, for some reason you're not. You know,
Hello,
there's a lot
buddy.
of people that don't get to 68. They don't. I'm 72, and I'm very proud of it. I don't ever lie about my age. I never have. You have to be truthful. You have to accept your age. There's nothing wrong with being 68 years old.
Well, the thing what happened, Debbie, is when I put down my real age on the dating site, no one would communicate with me. It was like crickets. It was a vast void of nothingness.
Then don't go on the dating site. Go out and meet people in real life, face to face.
Man, it's funny because she said it, and even the first lady said it. This is a problem. They will do this to avoid that loneliness epidemic. It's the only way they can escape. Guys, I said 40%, right? This is showing it. Here is the proof. Here it is. Watch this.
How do you get a date in your 60s? Well, if you're on any of the dating apps, my top suggestion would be that you lie about your age. And normally I wouldn't suggest that. In fact, I would absolutely suggest that you don't do that. But having just gone on a new dating app myself just to check it out, I noticed that it was just a wasteland for people over 60, just a complete wasteland. And that people who clearly were over 60 were saying that
It's not just over 60. it's over 40. Pretty soon, it's going to be over 30. Guys that are around my age, they want ladies in their 20s. Why is that? Might I ask? Might I say? Right? I have to tell you, I mean, guys know it already, but you ladies have to understand, by the time, say if a man hits 40, what's for him, it's a girl that's 28. She's not ruined. Also, the sex appeal. Men don't want this.
They were in their 50s. In one example, a man who posted on his profile a modeling site which he was listed on, and I went to, said on the modeling site that he was 77, and on the dating app he was 61. Now, you know, give or take a few years, up to 5 years, I think is totally acceptable, but 16 years.
But you just said you're a lie. Huh? I'm confused.
Here's how I feel about it. And I mean, when I say, boy, this is a polarizing subject, it's a polarizing subject. And first of all, let's get this out of the way. Until you have become a certain age where you're getting overlooked on the dating apps, you will never understand what I'm about to say. So you can just walk away now. For the majority of people, both men and women, it's not necessarily the age they care about. What they care about is how you look for your age. But if you are over 45 sometimes, over 50, over 55, over 60, over 65, yes, you're going to get overlooked potentially by the people you want to connect with. Therefore, Gina says, here's what Gina says about it. Gina says it is okay to fudge your age by a few years. You don't want to make this like 10-year leap. You don't even, 5 years is really pushing it for me. So I would say 3 to 4 years just to get on the radar. And here's the thing, you're going to come clean in the bio. You're going to come clean in the bio. So you're going to come clean up front. Don't say, I don't know how to change my age. Nobody buys that anymore. You know how you change your age? You create a new profile using a new phone number, like a Google phone number. By the way, ladies, you should always use a Google phone number because that's what keeps you safe. But you also have to make sure all your photos are recent, that they're not face-tuned or altered in any way. You have to be showing up as you're going to show up for the date, authentically like yourself. So you also might want to put all photos recent, May 2025, June 2025. If you haven't done new photos yet, time to do them. Okay? So that then you've fudged your age by a few years because you look young.
She's telling ladies how to be a professional catfish. This is crazy.
Hopefully you do. You don't want to fudge your age and then show up and they go, God, she's 45. She looks 60, right? So if you do authentically look
60.
good for your age, that's the only time where you can fudge your age a little bit so that you get on the radar and don't get skipped.
But wait a minute. This lady looks 60. Like, what do? Do you put makeup on your neck? Your neck says it all. Like, seriously, you can tell a person's age by their neck. That's why you have to stay in top physical shape, right? When I'm 60, I want my neck to still look like it does now. I want that young boy neck. You got an old lady neck. And the gym is going to fix that. You know what's wild? If you were in the gym, getting it in, yeah, them ladies that you know what I'm talking about, guys. Them ladies that are 60, they look like something to snack on.
By the people you want to meet, because I understand people are overlooking people because they believe that there's no way in hell you could look that exceptionally great for your age. But what I know is there's so many of you, men and women, maybe not so many, but there's definitely more than people think out there who look exceptionally great for their age. So here's what you do to recap. You're maybe going to fudge your age by 3 or 4 years at the most, as long as you do look authentically young for your age, okay? But then in your bio, you're going to come clean and say actual age, whatever it is. You don't make an excuse about why you fudged your age. You don't have to do that. We know why, okay? Then you're going to say all photos recent as of blah, 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 because they definitely should be recent within the last 6 months, Okay, if they're not, time to do new photos. And they want to see you head to toe, full body. None of this close up business. Nobody needs to see anybody this close up. This close up. Don't need it. What they want to see is how you holding yourself together. Head to toe, full body, great lighting, no hats, no sunglasses, no playing games, no filters. Just authentically you in great lighting today as you're going to show up for the date. And then put in that your photos are recent and boom. There you go.
Well, that's not so much
Hope
a
it helps.
catfish.
Hey, ladies, are you ready to take a
That's
leap
still a
of faith
catfish.
and do things differently, especially on the dating apps? And you want to do the dating apps with me where I get in there, I make sure you look the way you need to look. I recommend different haircuts if you need it. I recommend different outfits if you need it. I'm literally holding your hand. If you're going to do the dating apps or if you're trying to meet men, I don't care if you're 20 or 70.
Women get upset with men because men lie about their height on dating websites, right? They get height fished, right? But women are a little bit hypocritical because they lie about their age all the time. You don't look 36. You indeed look 46, ma'am. There is a huge difference in looks between 26 and 46. You definitely look better at 26 than you do at 46. I'm sorry to tell you, but those are just the facts. Now, here's the other thing. Women lie about their kids on social media all the time. And they do it by saying that they don't want to talk about it. Of course you don't want to talk about the fact that you got 4 kids by 4 different men. I wouldn't want to talk about that if I was you either. But we need to know, because on your social media profile and on your dating profile, you're saying you're looking for a man who's a provider. How am I supposed to provide for all them damn children? All right, we in a new day. Another thing that you consistently lie about, ladies, is what happened in your ex relationship. You never say what you've done. You always talk about what they did. And that catches me right there. That's a little twinge in the back of my mind. It's like, wait a minute, she's only talking about the bad things he's done, but she was with him for 18 years.
So we're just gonna sit here and pretend that women are innocent in this. Let's start with the catfish. I cannot tell you the amount of times that a guy has said that he has been catfished by a woman. First of all, you guys actually edit your pictures to the point where it's a completely different person. You're altering your pictures, and then when you show up in person, the guy is completely taken aback because it looks nothing like the picture. Second of all, you're lying about your age. And don't pretend you ladies don't do this, because you do. There's plenty of guys that have told me that women lie about their age on dating apps. They'll pretend to be younger because guess what? Age does matter, and they want to match with as many people as possible, but they want to match with the men that they want. And those men aren't looking for the older woman to take seriously. So as much as you want to lie to yourselves online and say older women are the prize, I'm sorry, but no. Why are you lying about your age then? And last but not least, you're lying about having children. You're purposely leaving out the fact that you're a mother. And why is that? Because again, you want to have more matches and you want men to take you seriously.
Yeah, and that's not going to work, right? Because I did a video the other day showing the backlash of that. Men are meeting you ladies and going, you know, they're not even going on a date. That's what's happening. And you ladies wonder why you get ghosted so much. Stop lying. A man meets you, goes, I can't have babies with her. That's what he wants. I can't impregnate her. She's 60. At least if you like, say, so for instance, a lady saying she's 35, lie a couple of years. So it's a difference between 35 and 45, right? You can't lie. A man wants to have some children. He'll take a risk at 35, but 45, come on now. A man doesn't want to take a risk with that. A man is not expecting what the Lord did for a certain woman in the Bible. That's just not going to happen. And a man's not going to take that risk.
Friendship over a man. You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me. I'm finna tell you the story. First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that.
So the way it works out is her birthday, their anniversary, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. So right around this time of the year, we're chatting a whole bunch. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Da, 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 da. Y'all, so this year, no different.
You're disclosing information to the internet that's not your business to tell.
This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like,
You're upset, wholeheartedly upset, that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy.
Wow.
and she was like, don't start. Now I'm going to start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort from the men that they're with.
You live a life where you live in la la land. You A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me.
Whew.
Now let me preface this by saying he's a man of means, okay?
You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept
Tell her.
it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me.
I sold this man his third property when I was in real estate. I've seen his place. This man makes well into the mid to high six figures.
It's wild. The difference. You're the exact opposite of her. She's with his program. You want to control the program. She doesn't see it. The other lady's right. She said, you don't have a man. You're probably never going to get a man. What are you? Like, seriously, she's getting to the age where she's going to be lying on dating apps to escape the loneliness epidemic. You're a victim of the video. I know you're going through it. You got all the money in the world. No man.
Welcome to your future.
Trying to tell this lady what to do with her man because she doesn't want to accept garbage. Her man is in a high six figures, and he's keeping his money because she's not wasting his money. That's what it's all about. Not wasting the money. Like what just happened to me, I just took this vacation, right? I saw this video. I told my wife, I said, babe, for the anniversary, I think we may need to stay close to home. Why? Because taking the trips right now is going to kill me, right? Because I have a ton of money that's coming in. It's not that the money's not there. It just makes no sense right now. When the money gets here, that's when it makes sense. So we're going to reposition. And that man is probably going through the same thing with his wife. He said, baby, not right now. Or I need to do things for us at home, and I need to do this, and that. He's planning. He's building something. She's all about wasting something. And men are running away from wasters.
Like, why are you coming on the internet talking about my man's income? Because you sold the house. Like, be so for real. You're weird.
And you are the type of person that likes to travel because we bonded over that. We've traveled and taken trips together before.
And not for nothing, but what we do with our finances is for a greater purpose for our kids, because we are building generational wealth. We are trying to make sure that we can retire early. So getting flown out or going on a trip all the time is not our top priority.
It's just so minimal to me what he does for her every time.
Baby,
Waste
I'm
money.
a mother and a wife, and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband, for our anniversary,
I see why
to
she's a
take me to
wife.
dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum.
A birthday, flower, dinners, a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinners, gift. Like, it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm like,
That's why she's married.
Better.
You're not a celebrity. You don't live a life where this is happening for you and everybody else around you. So like what?
There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to
Luxury
one
resorts?
a year, it would take y'all a lifetime, literally.
And as that man's wife, I know how to be an asset to him.
Tell her.
You
Tell
should
her.
not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo.
Oh.
And this is what
She's trying to
pisses
have
me
a
off so much
divorce.
about it, is that whenever
Oh,
she's
your
talking
friends
about
will keep you single,
him
boy.
and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you.
And this is why I say I don't accept relationship advice for real,
Yeah, for
from
single
people
people.
who don't have successful relationships. They've never
Yes.
been married. They don't have anything for real. They live in delusion in La La
Mm.
Land, and they only dream about the day that a man's gonna come in and do half the stuff that my man does for me. So, thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's the tea. Have a blessed day.
So many high notes just now. She was singing her heart out. Why did I say singing? Because that's the music men need to hear. But there's a big but. So far, so few. Right? I know I'm talking to you guys. So far, so few. This is one of the last of the Mohicans. There are good ladies around. But one of the last of the Mohicans. There's not many. So what are guys doing? They even taking trips with the Joker. The joke of the Passport Bros, Don P himself. My man Don P was like, but he's taking guys to freedom, right? Out to Colombia, other places, because that's what men need, because there's not many of her. But I salute to you, sister. I do. And she said it right. Can't take advice from people who don't understand relationships. Because seriously, if I was her friend, I would say, yeah, why go on that trip? Like, you can take another trip. When the time is right. When the money's right. But the man could be a planner. He could be planning, focusing on the future, not the present. You're focusing on what I can get right now, and these are ladies you need to run from. Dangerous. Oh, look at this. You marry a content creator, and she pranks you. Hold on, let me turn the sound off. She pranks you for the 200th time, so you have to give the sorriest fake laugh or pretend you can't see the camera. Man, that's sad. This couple, they've been together since he was 14. The man, he hasn't sown his royal oats, right? That's what happened. It's sad, but that's what happened. But do I feel bad for him? No. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for her. You know, they were together since they were young. I think they should have. I mean, I'll tell you this. If that's my wife, I'm treating her like my wife. I'm not going to, go outside. Mistakes happen, but work it out. And I say to her, if that was the only mistake, not saying you should accept it, but work it out, because you can get another man. You can find another guy to fake laugh at your pranks again, because she is bad. The girl is bad. She don't look like that right here. She looks normal, halfway okay right here, but look at it. Girl, look at her. Look good. Somebody else. That's why I don't feel bad. That fake laugh.
Wait, what are you doing? A battery make a robot.
Maybe if you had a business, you'd know what it takes to run a business. He's literally so rude.
Damn. My man. Years of that. He got tired. All that fake laughing, like seriously. And she kept making video after. She should have gave it a break. Seriously. This was bound to happen. Look at that. Look at that. The beginning of the end. Look at it. He's like, look at it. Look at it. Hold on. I gotta play this back without the sound. Watch this. Look. That's fake. Oh, my man. He's dreading. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, man. That wasn't even funny. You know, my man should have been real. You know, if my wife had been doing things like this, I would have just played her. So that's not even funny. What are you doing? Sir, not trying to be funny. I would have been myself. He couldn't be himself. So he went out and sold his royal oats. Sad, but that's what happened.
To any relationship online, even if it's been 2 years or 5 years or 15 years, because Desmond just confirmed that he cheated on Christy. Okay? They've been together since they were 14 years old. This is literally the IG story that he just posted where he says, towards the end of 2025, I wanted to separate. Guys, they've been together since 14. Okay? Dream job, dream career, dream family, 2 kids, a home. That's what the internet portrayed them to be, right? During this period, I made choices that I'm not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions and I shared this with her directly and personally. I have decided to never get married and never have children because you can't trust any of these guys, okay? Go back to bed. Mwah.
This woman exposes other women for being liars on the T app. For those of you that don't know, the T app is an app for women to express their experience to other women about men they've dated. This is to keep you in the clear of guys that you should not be dating. Generally, it's supposed to be women looking out for each other. But this girl suspected that women be lying on the app. So she posted about a guy that she dated in Arizona in the Denver area on the app, knowing fully that nobody could have ever have dated this guy. So she posted about him on the app, and a girl actually responded saying a bunch of negative things about this dude, and she knew the girl was lying because she made it all up.
Anything? Like, he's never even her. Just to see if some bitches would say something to stir up.
She even called out the girl for being a liar, but it goes both ways because there's a T app for men, and I'm certain both genders are lying on both apps. Point is, you got to take everything you read on the internet with a grain of salt.
Bitches straight up will just lie just to ruin some shit going on.
That's what happens when you go looking for drama. It will find you. And what people don't know is some people just like to see the world burn. And that's what you got in the T app. And it's wild because I like to see the world burn. And a lot of girls date guys that's burning and date the same guy on the T app. That's why the guy said men really shouldn't be dating because things like this happen.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.